Hey everyone, let's jump right into this explainer. Today we're talking about your energy, specifically how to protect your mental well-being against the very modern forces designed to drain it. We live in a world that is constantly demanding our focus, our emotions, and our time. So we're going to unpack some really profound insights from spiritual and psychological sources to help you build an energetic shield and ultimately reclaim your personal power. Seriously, why are we always so exhausted? If you are feeling emotionally drained and just completely spent by daily life, I need you to know it's not all in your head. You are battling invisible forces. You know that feeling when your mood suddenly drops for absolutely no reason? Or when, after a totally normal day, you feel this deep, heavy fatigue? Well, the truth is, that isn't just physical tiredness. You are actively absorbing the stress and chaos swirling around you. First up, we got to talk about the attention economy. This term was actually coined back in the 70s, but man, is it relevant today. The modern world literally treats your attention as a scarce resource to be harvested. In a world oversaturated with information, your focus is the product. Digital platforms aren't just handing you free entertainment out of the goodness of their hearts, they are aggressively vying for your limited mental bandwidth to generate revenue. Let's move into Section 1, the modern energy drain, and recognizing the invisible forces harvesting your energy. Enter surveillance capitalism. Algorithms are literally designed to provoke you emotionally, to keep you scrolling. This fundamentally changes our digital landscape into a system of constant behavioral manipulation. Your data isn't just being collected to predict what you like, it's being used to push emotionally charged, polarizing content right in front of your eyes to influence what you do next. They are trying to bypass your logical brain and hook directly into your emotional energy. So how do you know if these external pressures are getting to you? Well, it usually shows up as weak, energetic boundaries. You basically become an emotional sponge. You might find it incredibly difficult to say no out of guilt, or maybe you leave a quick social interaction feeling completely depleted, sometimes even physically, with stomach problems or a headache. You start confusing other people's anxiety and anger as your own. Which brings us to Section 2, defining energetic boundaries, your invisible line of defense. Think of this boundary like your home. You wouldn't just let uninvited strangers wander into your living room, right? So you absolutely shouldn't let foreign emotions take over your mind. Your energetic boundary is quite literally an invisible electromagnetic field created by your heartbeat, extending about 3 feet in all directions. It's your container of self. It dictates where you end and where another person or a digital algorithm begins. And that brings us to the ultimate goal here, stepping into the role of a spiritual warrior. It sounds intense, but it's really an invitation to transform your life, evolve beyond everyday tensions, and focus on maintaining your inner peace. Why? So you can actually show up and truly serve humanity and the planet. Let's shift gears to Section 3, the mind-body connection. We're looking at how emotional conflict creates actual physical tension. Imagine trying to drive your car with one foot slammed on the gas and the other foot jammed on the brake. That's exactly what habitual physical constriction does to your body. Emotional conflict literally binds up our energy. When we tighten up in response to fear or stress, it becomes a deep, unconscious habit. You're burning through your fuel just fighting yourself. That explains why you can feel incredibly sluggish and drained, even if you haven't done anything physically demanding all day. Now, there's a massive difference between healing and curing, and it's a crucial distinction. Curing is like taking an aspirin for a headache. It turns off the warning signal, but it doesn't fix the issue. We don't just want a quick fix. We need deep healing that brings our physical and mental energy back into harmony. Healing requires us to address the underlying root cause of our dis-ease. It means investigating exactly why our boundaries are weak and why we are holding on to so much tension in the first place. True transformation requires the courage to stop avoiding our pain. Stephen Levine hit the nail on the head when he said that getting on with our life means looking at the stuff we've been struggling our whole life not to see. Grace isn't always pleasant, but it does always bring us closer to our true nature. Look, it's not comfortable to confront the ways we let others drain us, or how we self-sabotage by absorbing the world's chaos. But doing this work is the only way to peel back those layers of muscular and emotional armor. Okay, Section 4, Tools for Spiritual Protection. It is time to claim your energetic armor. Let's get practical. First up is the me/not me practice. It's a visualization technique that is just incredibly grounding. By explicitly defining what is me and what is not me, you build a fundamental boundary around your sense of self.
So when you are around draining people, you can actively visualize their chaotic energy hitting this circle of light and bouncing harmlessly away, keeping out anything that just doesn't belong to you.
You can pair that visualization with grounding breathwork. Remember, breath is energy. By inhaling that golden light and intentionally exhaling anything that isn't yours, you are actively filtering your energy field. Try imagining a 7-foot luminous egg around your body to act as a shield throughout your day. Imagine that luminous egg acting like a cell wall, keeping your inner environment pure and intact, completely regardless of what's happening on your social media feeds or in your office.
The cool thing is, when you practice these techniques, you aren't just changing your mindset. You are literally unblocking the flow of physical energy that tension has restricted. The sources consistently note that the mind and body always reflect each other. When you actively release this foreign energy, you will literally feel your chronic muscle armor begin to soften and melt, freeing up massive amounts of vitality that were previously trapped.
Beyond visualization, there are tangible tools you can add to your defense kit. Crystals like black tourmaline can actually help block digital pollution. Sound healing and smudging acts as environmental cleansers, breaking up the dense, stagnant energy that accumulates in our physical spaces. And then there's daily journaling. The texts actually point out that journaling can help healing happen 50% faster because it builds incredible self-awareness, allowing you to spot exactly where your boundaries are weakest and process your emotions much faster.
Finally, Section 5, reclaiming your inner peace and returning to authentic connection.
Look, setting boundaries is absolutely not selfish. It's what allows you to access the 5-faceted diamond of inner peace: truth, peace, love, joy, and freedom. They're all facets of the exact same diamond. When you have one, you have them all. By protecting your energy, you aren't shutting the world out. Instead, you're making sure that when you do connect, you are bringing your vibrant, authentic self to the table, completely overflowing with this inner peace.
This is where a fascinating concept called eco-psychology comes in. It suggests that the macrocosm mirrors the microcosm. Basically, your thoughts and inner reality are directly interconnected with your physical and social environment. By healing your own internal ecosystem, you actively contribute to the healing of the chaotic world around you. If you want to change the incredibly stressed out, hyper-polarized world out there, you literally have to start by harmonizing your own mind, body, and spirit in here.
So as we wrap up this explainer today, I want to leave you with a real challenge. You are the gatekeeper to your own mind. So tomorrow morning, what are you going to allow into your personal energy field? Are you going to let the algorithms and the emotional chaos of others dictate your state of being? Or will you step up as the spiritual warrior, consciously claiming your boundaries and fiercely protecting your peace? Think about it. The choice and the power is absolutely yours.